Denny Hamlin is walking into Michigan with history sitting right in front of him. 1 week after fighting back from a penalty to win Nashville, he now has a chance to join an elite group in the Irish Hills. But Michigan will not hand him anything easy. Denny Hamlin did not leave Nashville with a normal win. He left with the kind of win that makes the whole garage look twice. He started from the front, got hit with a penalty for jumping the initial start, served a drive-through, and dropped deep into the field. For many drivers, that would have been the story of the day. Fast car, early mistake, race lost. But Hamlin did not let it end there. He worked his way back through traffic, stayed patient, and put himself in position when the race tightened late. Then, when the final restart came, he had to fight his own Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe were right there. It was not a clean, easy run to the flag. It was tense, close, and full of pressure. Hamlin found the lane. He found the speed. He crossed the line first and turned a mistake into one of the strongest wins of his season. That matters because Michigan comes right after it. Momentum in NASCAR can be real, especially when a veteran driver feels the car, the team, and the moment all lining up. Hamlin is not coming into Michigan wounded. He is coming in sharp, angry in the right way, and ready to chase something bigger than another trophy. Michigan International Speedway is not just the next race on the schedule for Hamlin. It is one of the places where his name already carries weight. He has won there before. He knows how the track changes. He knows how the draft works. He knows how quickly a good day can become a bad one at a fast 2-mile speedway. Now he is chasing his 4th Cup Series win at Michigan. That number is the reason this race feels special. If Hamlin gets it, he joins a small and powerful group of drivers with 4 or more Cup wins in the Irish Hills, alongside names like Kevin Harvick and David Pearson. That is not a small club. Michigan has been part of NASCAR history for decades. It has seen legends win, future stars rise, and great cars get exposed by spiffy air and long green flag runs. To win there once is hard. To win there 4 times means a driver has solved the place in more than one era. For Hamlin, this is not only about adding another mark to the record book. It is about proving that even this late in his career, he can still win at tracks that demand both speed and patience. Michigan rewards drivers who can manage the car without losing aggression. That is exactly where Hamlin is dangerous. Hamlin's career has always carried one strange tension. He has won a lot. He has been near the front for years. He has beaten the best names of different generations. But the championship has never landed in his hands. That is why every strong Hamlin run comes with extra meaning. Fans do not just ask if he can win a race. They ask if this is finally the season where everything comes together. They ask if the old mistakes are gone. They ask if the late race pressure will break him or sharpen him. Nashville gave him a strong answer. He made the early mistake, but he did not melt down. He recovered. He stayed in the fight. He took the race back when the chance came. That is veteran racing. Not perfect racing, but strong racing. At Michigan, that skill matters. The track can push impatience. A driver can burn up the tires too early. He can make the wrong lane choice in traffic. He can lose track position during pit cycles and never fully get it back. Younger drivers may attack every lap. Hamlin knows when to push and when to wait. That does not mean he is safe. It means he has the tools. And at Michigan, tools matter as much as raw speed. Michigan looks wide, but it can be cruel. Drivers have room to move, yet that room can trick them into taking risks. The speeds are high. The air matters. A car can feel perfect in clean air and helpless in traffic. One restart can turn the whole race upside down. That is why Hamlin's history at the track helps, but does not guarantee anything. He still needs the number 11 team to bring a car that can pass, not just lead. He needs balance in the corners. He needs enough speed down the straightaways. He needs pit stops that do not waste the work done on track. Michigan also creates strange fuel and tire questions. Teams may split strategy if cautions fall at odd times. Some will take 2 tires, some will take 4, some will stay out, some will gamble on fuel. When a race turns into a strategy fight, a driver has to trust the crew chief and still be ready to save the day with his hands. Hamlin has lived through enough of those races to know the danger. He cannot treat Michigan like a parade lap after Nashville. If anything, the Nashville win puts a bigger target on him. Other drivers know he is hot. They know he has a chance at history. And nobody in that garage wants to be the driver who lets Hamlin control the race. Hamlin's biggest problem is that he is not chasing history alone. The Cup Series field is too deep for that. Every week brings a different threat. Some drivers have raw speed. Some have better short-run pace. Some are willing to gamble if it means stealing a win. His own Joe Gibbs Racing teammates are part of the story. Bell and Briscoe were right there at Nashville, and they will not forget how close they came. A teammate battle can be tricky. The cars may have similar speed, but the drivers still want the same trophy. Nobody moves over just because the logo on the car is familiar. Then there are the Chevrolet and Ford threats. Michigan has long been a key track for manufacturers, and teams always want to win there. The race carries pride. It carries bragging rights. It carries pressure from the people who build and back the cars. Hamlin also has to deal with the younger crowd. Drivers who grew up watching him are now trying to beat him. They do not care about his Michigan history when the green flag drops. They care about track position, playoff points, and making their own statement. That is what makes this race dangerous. Hamlin has the story. But the field has no reason to help him finish it. Hamlin could make history at Michigan, but that does not mean he is the automatic favorite. NASCAR does not work that way. One fast week can turn into a frustrating week very quickly. A loose wheel, a slow stop, a bad caution, or one wrong restart can erase a perfect plan. The Nashville win was impressive, but it was also one race. It showed strength, not invincibility. Hamlin still has to prove that the speed carries into a different track and a different style of racing. Nashville and Michigan are not the same challenge. Nashville gave him a hard comeback. Michigan may ask for long-run control, clean air management, and smart drafting decisions. There is also the championship question. Hamlin has won big races before. He has entered seasons with real hope before. The missing piece has always been closing the full deal. So while a Michigan win would be historic, it would not answer everything. That is this weekend can build his case. It can add to his legacy. It can show that the number 11 team is finding form at the right time. But it cannot finish the story by itself. Hamlin still has to keep stacking weeks. History at Michigan would be a major step, not the final chapter. If Hamlin wins at Michigan, the meaning goes beyond the trophy. It would show that Nashville was not a one-week flash. It would prove he can carry momentum into a track where he already has deep roots. It would put him beside elite Michigan winners and make his name even harder to ignore in the record book. A victory would send a loud message to the playoff field. Denny Hamlin is still handling pressure and winning at major tracks. For Joe Gibbs Racing, it proves the organization has dangerous speed, depth, and drivers who can close. For Hamlin, every late career win adds weight to his resume and pushes back against the idea that time is catching him, but the race still has to be run. The story can be perfect on paper and fall apart before stage 2. When Hamlin rolls into Michigan, the number 4 follows him, a chance for a 4th Michigan win and elite company. Yet he cannot race the record. He must race the track, the air, and hungry drivers. Nashville proved Hamlin can recover from trouble. Michigan asks if he can control a bigger moment from the start. If he wins, he joins rare Michigan company and sends a warning. If he loses, questions remain if Nashville was just one great Sunday. Hamlin is chasing history that waits for the final lap.